But first, let's talk about last night. The thing about sports is the margins are so thin. If MJ had been called for pushing off on Russell, maybe Stockton and Malone aren't two of the greatest players to never win a ring.
Maybe.
If Hakeem doesn't block John Starks back in '94, sorry, producer Steve, maybe the Knicks win the title and the whole story of New York basketball changes.
He says definitely.
Last night at the Staples Center, the stakes weren't nearly as high as those, but the outcome still swung on a dime. And now here we sit with LeBron's grand Lakers experiment at a queasy 0-3. After the game, LeBron said he wasn't worried, noting, quote, "I know what I got myself into. It's a process. I get it, and it will be fine." And indeed, the record will show every time he started playing on a new team, it has taken a minute for that group to find their footing. The record will also show, however, that LeBron hasn't started a season with 3 straight losses since his first 2 years in the league, which are also, the only seasons he's ever missed the playoffs. And last night against the Spurs, the Lakers definitely did not start out looking like a playoff team. They were down 2 of their starters thanks to, Saturday night's boxing match, and fell behind by as many as 18 in the first half. But things did get better for LA after the break, and by the end of regulation, the Lakers were cooking. Even LeBron mistakenly trying to call for a timeout that his team didn't have, skated by the officials. If they had recognized him calling it, it would have been a technical. And instead, here's one of those thin margins, because instead of the Spurs getting a free throw in possession there, play continues, and LeBron has his first real mega moment in his new home arena, this show-stopping, game-tying 3 to cap an 8-0 LA run that pushed the game into overtime.
But it's not over.
And, see, the problem with going into overtime is that you then have to
you gotta
win
win
overtime, which the Lakers couldn't do despite being up 6 with less than a minute to go. And here's where we get into the other parts of the game that swung on the dime. LeBron at the free throw line with about 13 seconds on the clock. If he made those, the game would have been pretty much iced for LA. Or Alonzo at the other end on Patty Mills' game winner. If he doesn't get, totally lost there, Mills doesn't get that uncontested look. Or if the step-back jumper that LeBron launched as time expired didn't bounce off the rim, we'd be talking today about how, the young Lakers stepped up without 2 of their better players. That gritty 2-way guy named Jonathan Williams, he played some of their best defense. LeBron, look at him, he saved his team yet again because, that final shot he took, it's low percentage for most people, but also, yes, that's a shot LeBron has made in a bunch of big moments. Remember this?
Oh, yeah, right.
From that spot, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's this one.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah,
Yep.
That was a regular season game.
And then also
yeah, okay, I can't forget that one. That was last year.
All those times, the shot goes in, the outcome swings. This time, it didn't, and you could say it is unfair to make sweeping judgments off of that. But also, that is how sports works. Those tiny key moments make those long, huge, lasting differences.
I know.
And now the Lakers are 0-3. 3 games, incidentally. What at the end of last season separated the number 3 team and the number 9 team in the West? Small margins, man. They can mean the whole ball game.